Right, hole one, and have a make sure you have a Guardian and a Saturn in one of your bags because you'll want it on three of the holes, including this one. So make sure you got a Guardian in this bag. You can see I'm only using a Quasar here, so don't need any fancy ball. But anyway, Quasar ball, extra mile, Guardian. Make sure you got Guardian. Basically, max top spin, and you see the tailwind, right? So you want the tailwind to take you forward, like that's why I'm pushing my club up to see how far it'll go. So I don't need to adjust back, but you need to adjust to the right to account for the wind blowing right to left. So basically 6.4 wind, I moved about 3 rings to the right. Then max OP, try and hit perfect. Hit perfect, you should be okay. So from there, I mean, you could go to the left, but then you'd have to play a rough bump, and that's not. Don't want you going in the bunker losing out on a birdie. So with the Guardian, just basically make sure you get the eagle, backspin on it, whatever, and you can see how far away that tailwind will take you much further up. So have the ball guide, the end of the ball guide, well before the hole. Otherwise, you'll go after the hole. So try not to be too clever and make sure you get your birdie here.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
All right, hole two, par three. All the par threes are tough. Now this one, use a katana and sniper. And basically, if you've not got the elevation is 15% max distance. Without an app, you need to add 15% to the wind and move that many rings. So the wind there is 7 mile an hour. If you add 15%, it comes to like 8.1. So remember to get ready to add up 15% before when you're about to take your shot. Then basically, at the max distance of your sniper, so as far as it'll go up before it goes to an extra mile like that, then yellow next to the rough, four back and two right. So 4.5 back, two right. You can see there, I accidentally put a bit too much, just slightly more, too much right spin. I went over 2. I think I went 2.2 or something. That's all you got to do. So 4.5 back spin, 2 right spin, no curl or anything, just hit perfect. Remember to adjust though.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Right, hole 3. Use the Titan, extra mile sniper Titan, and basically, first shot, add 10% to the wind, right? So 10% to 5.7 is 6.2. So with the extra mile, it's like every 2 mile an hour is 1 ring. So a 6 mile an hour would be 3 rings, right? Anyway, I put max top, 2 right, max distance of your club with the blue ring. See the blue ring next to the rough, like that. Wind, you'll go into the red bit where it tells you to overpower, but make sure you adjust for the wind. So 3 rings here, or about 3 rings. And then just very slight OP. See, not much, just a little bit of overpower. No curl.
Perfect shot.
Then your second shot is with a sniper. It'll be a max distance. So with the Titan, basically play it 1-to-1. Now what I did here is like the wind's 6.1. So what I did is I moved back about 6 rings. So when I adjusted, I wouldn't need to overpower it. You get what I mean? I should have put a bit more top here, but never mind. The main thing is to make sure you got your eagle. The adjustment on here, if you're using sniper, is whatever the wind is.
Perfect shot.
Right, hole 4, and you want the bag with your Guardian and your Saturn in it, right? And again, I'm using a Titan, and 10% to the wind, so 5.4 there, so makes it 6 mile an hour wind, so 3 rings to adjust, right? Basically, just max top, one right, and just slight overpower to make sure you get across onto the next fairway there where the ball guide is pointing. That's 6 top. 6 top, one right. If you only got extra mile 7, then you might need a bit more overpower. But all you want to do is get onto the next fairway.
Perfect shot.
Right, your second shot is with the Saturn. And the max distance, like I am here, is roughly what the wind says and half of that. So that's just roughly, right? It's not exact. So if you're at mid distance, it's even less than that. So 7.1, so about 3.5 rings if you're at max distance. Or if you're at mid distance, then less than that, about 3.2 or whatever. Now you see where the ball guideline is there. You see it's way back of the hole. Make sure you don't have the tip of the ball guide before the hole, because you're liable to roll back down into the sand in front of you there. Ball guideline there again, whoops, gone. Go see how far away back it is from the hole. Once it hits that green, it's going to go up, as you'll see. Basically, you're using the Saturn, so you stay there by the pin and make certain of your birdie. And if you get lucky, you might get an eagle. If you get fluky, you never know.
Perfect shot.
Bounce up. So where the ball ends up,
Nice on.
pretty level with the hole. Right, hole 5, make sure you have a Titan ball again. And basically 10% to the wind on your drive. So add 10%, 6.5, that's 7 mile an hour wind. So basically 3.5 rings to adjust with your extra mile. Max distance of your club, max top, max right, so that's 2, that's 6 tops, 2 right. See where the yellow next to the rough. Adjust back, for the wind, the opposite direction. There should it be just in about 3.5 rings. And then when you're taking your shot, max right curl, no overpower, just right curl as far right you can go on your extra mile.
Perfect shot.
Then your second shot with a sniper, and this is played roughly at 1-to-1. So whatever the wind is roughly that's how much you want to adjust your club.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Right, hole 6, which is a bit of a nightmare, and the elevation for this hole is 50%, right? So whatever the wind is, you have to add 50%. So 6.2 there, add 3.1, so that's 9.3, right? Now, if you don't have an app, you're using a rocket here, by the way. Rocket level 10, right? Make sure you got that club rocket level 10, or whatever highest level of rocket you have. If you haven't upgraded your rocket, then upgrade it. But basically, if you're not using an app, oh God, one sec. Right, what was I saying? Right, rocket. So if you're adjusting without an app, whatever the wind says, like the wind says 6.2 there, add half a ring. So adjust 6.7 rings, right? If you're not using an app. So basically, on your rocket, you want max but one backspin and two left spin. And it's tricky trying to do that as well. So get ready for that. So there you go, right. So nearly all the backspin minus one and two left spin, right? See where the club is, right? With the red just touching the rough at the bottom there. And adjust the club. So here, adjusting, like I said, about 6.7 rings.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
But that'll at least ensure you get your birdie. Right, hole 7 and 10% on your drive. So whatever the wind says, add 10%. So nearly 6 mile an hour wind. So 3 rings. And just laying up here, tried hook shots and whatever and overpowering shots, but the best way is just basically like here, just lay up. So about 3.5 back and 1 left, whatever spin you need to stay on the fairway that you're already on. Careful not to have the ball guideline too close to the top of the fairway, otherwise you'll roll into the rough. As you can see, I'm only using a navigator, no need to use
Great shot.
special ball here. So just lay up. And then your second shot with your long iron, it's still a good chance of getting an eagle.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Right, hole 8, and it's it's a no move target, right? So basically, don't move the club. Just add the spin, adjust the club, and take your shot. And the adjustment is 20% maximum. Use a Titan ball if you use a Titan ball. And without an app, it's basically add 20% to the win. So 6.1, add 1.2, so move 7.3. Right. So anyway, so no move target. So basically add the spin, which is I've forgotten. That's it. Three back, 1.5 left. Right. So then just add the spin, then adjust the club, like I said, about 7 whatever rings I said. Just try and hit perfect. But also, one thing I forgot to say was add a slight curl, very slight curl left when you're taking your shot. I meant to do that here and I forgot, right? So when you're taking a shot, a very tiny curl to the left on the ball.
Perfect shot.
The little left curl would have been nicer. Right, last hole, and this is another hole where you want to use the Guardian, right? So your bag with the Guardian and the Saturn in it. Also, Titan ball, and on the drive, 10%. So what the wind says, add 10%. And adjust. So 7.3, that's 8 mile an hour wind, so adjust 4 rings. Right. Just one back spin, 2 right spin. The max distance of your club, right, with the red ring next to the rough. Right, as you can see, so max distance, red touch on the right. One back, 2 right spin. Then when you're taking your shot, a slight curl right on the ball. Slight curl. Just hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
Right, then your second shot, you see, your sniper wouldn't have enough backspin. So this is why the Guardian. So just use whatever backspin you need to make sure you get your eagle on the last hole. As you can see, I used all the backspin, one right. What I'm doing here, see I stretched my club out because you see the wind, it's a tailwind. So I'm seeing how far up it would take me, and roughly it's 5 rings. So I'm seeing where the club would be after 5 rings, but you know, accounting for the wind, where my shot would be taken from. So I can see I don't need any overpower or anything. Then just middle of the ball, hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
And you could get lucky like me and get a boom.
Albatross.
Anyway, good luck.